for page 34, it says t squared plus 16t equals 2t plus 32, and t is greater than 0. What is the value of t? Okay, so what you want to do first is you could move all the t's over there and make this into a quadratic equation. And we know that the t has to be a positive, okay? So if we want to move this over, you go negative 2, negative 2t, that's going to cross that out. And then you go negative 32, negative 32. So all of this will equal 0 now, and we have t squared plus 14t minus 32 equals 0. This is now a quadratic equation, and so you have to think about what two numbers here, what two numbers right over here, if you multiplied them would equal 32, but if you added them or subtracted them would be 14. And after you do some, like 32 divided by 1, 32 divided by 2, what is that? Would be 14, or it would be 16 and 2. That one works, because if you were to go plus 6, 16 minus 2 equals 0. So again, when you take these out of the parentheses, you got to flip the sign. So t is going to end up equaling negative 16 and positive 2. The one that is greater than 0, which is positive 2, will be your answer. Number 19. It says a right triangle with legs length. So there's a right triangle. Sometimes they give you the picture, sometimes they don't. For this one they do. X plus 1. Do they give you a picture in yours? No? Okay, so you got to just draw a picture. Just, you know, this is a right triangle. And it really doesn't matter where you put it. Okay? The next one. So it says the right triangle with legs of length x plus 1 and 2x minus 2 has an area of 80. So the area equals 80, okay? And this is one thing that they actually do give you the formula for in the front portion of your test. So the area of a triangle is going to be half base times height, okay? That's the area of a triangle. And so we know already, well, here it says, what is the length of the shorter leg? So we're going to have to figure out what is x and then plug it back in and figure out which one is the shorter one. Okay, so we know that the area is 80. 80 is going to be equal to half base, which is x plus 1, times height, which is 2x minus 2. Okay, so what you could do here is you could combine all of this. You're going to have to distribute it. Okay, so let's just leave this on the side. Just deal with this. So this is going to be x times 2x is 2x squared. X times negative 2 is negative 2x. This plus this is positive 2x. So those end up canceling out. This times a negative is a negative 2. So we end up having 80 equals half times 2x squared minus 2. Okay? And then from here, what you could do is you could pull a 2 out of this right here. Okay? And if you pull a 2 out of there, it's going to just be regular x squared minus 1. And then this 2 right here could get, the one that you pulled out, then could be divided by the 2 down here. So what you end up having is 80 equals x squared minus 1. So if you're trying to isolate for the x, what do? You're going to add 1 here to get rid of that, and you're going to add 1 here. So now you're going to get x squared equals 81. Then everybody, what is x? X is, yeah, you got to square root that. X is going to equal 9. Okay? So that's not your answer. They want to know which one is the shorter side. Okay, so you're going to have to take this number and you're going to have to plug it in here and then plug it in there. 9 times 2 is 18 minus 2 is 16. It's going to be one side. And then this one is 9 plus 1, which is 10, the other side. So which one is the shorter one? 10, and that is your answer. Number 2. This is an easy question. Negative 11 over k plus 1 equals 2. Just put a 1 under here, and then what you can do is just cross multiply. Okay, so that's going to be 2 times k plus 1 equals negative 11. Distribute, distribute. That's going to be 2k plus 2 equals negative 11. They want to know what's k, so minus 2, minus 2. 2k is going to equal negative 13. Divide out the 2, divide out the 2. K is going to equal negative 13 over 2. And the last one on this page is number 16. For number 16, it gives you 5x minus 2 plus 6 over 3x equals 5x over 11 minus 3 times 2 minus x. Okay, so what you could do first is distribute this over here. So that's going to make it 5 times x is 5x. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10 plus 6 over 3x. And on this side, that's fine. But down here, we got 11. And then we got negative 3 times 2 is going to be negative 6. Negative times a negative is positive 3x. Okay? And then from here, simplify. So really, this is 5x. Negative 10 plus 6 is negative 4 over 3x. This is going to be 5x over 11 minus 6 is 5 plus 3x. And then from here, look, you got 2 fractions over 2 fractions. They want to know what's x. Cross multiply. We're going to here have 15x squared. And over here, we're going to have 5x minus 4 times 5 plus 3x. Okay, so let's distribute this. 5x times 5. 5x times 5 is going to be 25x. 5x times that is going to be plus 15x squared. This times this is going to be negative 20, and that times that is going to be negative 12x. 15x squared. Okay, so that's going to equal, let me see, just make sure I got this. 15x squared is going to be 25x, and then 15x squared minus 12x minus 20. Cool. And then I want to join them all together. Okay, so I've got a 15x on this side and a 15x on that side, so what can I do? I could cross those out. They cancel each other out if you have one thing on the other side. Okay, so now I'm just working with, I should join these two together. Okay, 25 minus 12 is going to equal, 25 minus 12 is going to equal 13x. 13x minus 20 equals 0. If I want to solve for x, what do? I got to go plus 20 plus 20. So now it's 13x equals 20. If I want to divide and get the x by itself, divide out the 13, divide out the 13, and then it's 20 over 13 as your answer.